All right, hello, and welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. This week we're here to talk to you about the movie The Old Guard, a Netflix original starring Charlize Theron as the main character. But before we get to that, we must introduce ourselves once again. I am with you this week. My name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
And before we get into The Old Guard this week, a couple days ago, Chadwick Boseman passed, so I'd like to take a moment to say rest in power to Chadwick Boseman, who passed away from stage 4 colon cancer. He's a very important person in our culture, in the movies, and in TV shows in general. I didn't like the movie Black Panther that much when it came out. I thought it was just an okay movie with some good performances. But as I got older, I realized that movie is important, very, very important for culture. It was really amazing to see a bunch of little kids, all different colors, whether they're white, black, Mexican, Asian, running around doing the Wakanda Forever to each other, wearing the Black Panther masks, and seeing all that. It was really important just to normalize black people. Instead of just being black people, we're just people. And Chadwick Boseman helped that a lot. Past that, seeing someone work that hard and do all that and have that much success while suffering from cancer is insane. I know personally, I've seen what it can do. It's very depressing, and to see him do all that and not tell anyone and suffer in silence is powerful and impressive, and I hope everyone takes some sort of inspiration from that, no matter who you are, what color you are, or what creed you are. And that's my piece if you guys want to say anything.
I was just going to say, for sure, man, I agree with everything you just said. There's no better actor to play Black Panther or Jackie Robinson in 42. He just did a great job just breaking the color boundary in that movie and just being a role model for African American community and pretty much anybody in general. But yeah, like you said, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, and man, it's a sad day.
Yeah, I was very sad when I heard that, and just all the best to his family.
Yes, but we must move on just like his family must move on, so we wish all the best to anyone affected by this. But just like that, we're here to come to today. We won't skip an episode. We won't stop being who we are. We won't stop doing what we do. We'll do it harder, if anything, now. And so we got The Old Guard this week, fellas. We watched this movie that came out, a couple months ago?
I think so. Well, we were all sitting around watching UFC, and we saw an ad for it. So what was that, a month ago, too?
It was about 2 months ago. We saw it, the trailer for it. So I assume that it's about that old as well. Unless they just started guerrilla marketing it out of nowhere. But yes,
it came out sometime this year. That's a for sure.
2020 guaranteed. It came out July 10th, 2020. There we go, fellas.
Okay.
Folks. You can tell we do our research here. Did you guys know any of the actors in this other than Charlize Theron? Because I didn't know any of these fuck-ups.
I didn't even know her. There's only one actor I knew in this movie.
Really? You didn't know Charlize Theron, but you knew someone else?
Yeah.
Was it the fucking dirty-looking rat doctor guy?
Yeah, it was the CEO owner due to the pharma company.
Dirty-looking rat fuck, as I call him.
Yeah, the guy whose eyes are way too close together.
Dude, right?
Yeah, dude, that's
it looks like when you make a creative character on a video game, you just try to make them fucking ugly as fuck.
Oh, come on.
That's what he came out looking like.
Damn,
you guys know who that was?
No, who was it?
That's the dude who played Dudley Dursley in the Harry Potter movies.
Of course it
that
was.
Dudley?
Of course it
Dudley,
was.
Dude.
I'm not surprised at all anymore.
He lost a fuck ton of weight then.
Yeah, he got uglier somehow too.
I think he lost the weight, his face shrunk too. What the fuck? How did his face shrink?
Yeah, dude.
That's so fucked up. Why did his face shrink like that?
I made a note about that too. I was almost like, it's Dudley. I was like, this is weird.
Dear God, I knew he looked familiar. I didn't know where. Thank you, Tristan.
That's what I said.
appreciate that.
I kept thinking, he looks familiar. What was he a bad guy in?
Yeah.
He just has a bad guy face.
It's because he was abusing Harry Potter.
Yep.
Under the cover.
Turns out he was a child abuser as a child.
God, he just abuses people in general, man.
He abused my eyes when he came onto the screen.
God.
Oh, hey man, you could be ugly and still make money acting.
No, that's not true at all. He's very
Yeah.
handsome, but we're roasting him because he just doesn't look as handsome as other fucking actors. Basically,
He's got some nice hair.
he's got swaggy hair and great skin.
That's all you need, right?
Yes, but we're not a beauty
good point.
podcast, so before we get into fucking spoiler breakdown, whatever the fuck we call our segment where we talk about the movie's plot, spoiler free, I guess. Did you guys enjoy the movie? What's your ratings? Eli, you pitched this in. Do you want to tell people what it's about?
Sure. I mean, a quick rundown. It's about these 4 people kind of thingies, angels, whatever you want to call them, that are like immortal and they can't die. So basically, they're what, mercenaries, I guess, if you want to call them that. They kind of just go around doing stuff, killing people, saving things, and they can't die and most of them have been around for hundreds of years. So the storyline kind of follows them around and introduces one new character that doesn't know she has those abilities, and we'll get into that, but she kind of joins their crew. As far as rating goes, when we were sitting around watching UFC and we watched this trailer, I think we all kind of laughed at it and was like, wow, this movie's going to be terrible. Like, I don't know. So that's the reason I put it on the list, because I was like, I'm going to make these fuckers watch this now. But we got to it, and honestly, I don't want to say impressed, but I was definitely, my standard was very low, so it went over the standard. So overall, I'll defend my rating later, but overall, I'd probably give it about a 6.5 out of 10. So it was a solid movie. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess they could have done more or less with it, but I guess that's what I'm gonna say about it.
Okay. Well, let's see. Personally, I didn't hate the movie. I didn't think that it was like bad or anything. I would personally probably give it like a 5. There was some cool stuff in there, but it just wasn't. I mean, like, I feel like they totally blew it with a lot of the stuff. They could have done some really cool stuff, and then they just didn't.
See,
That's fair.
I went in dry to this movie, so I just kind of assumed it was going to be shitty military film. With the female main character who's a badass and, she does badass things. Instead, what I got was shitty military film on top of shitty save people film, on top of shitty rescue plot, on top of shitty betrayal plot, on top of sequel bait. So I came into this expecting terribleness. Instead, that was a thing. So I'd rather feel something than nothing. So this movie's ended up being like a 4.5 for me. It was about average. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel bad. I was just there for the ride.
Okay, that's fair.
I get you.
I definitely feel that though. Yeah.
I would definitely recommend this movie to people who, like, you want to watch something while you're doing something else. So, like, you're like, damn, what's on Netflix? I don't want to watch that because that actually seems interesting. So then you're like, oh, here's the Old Guard. Put that on while, you're typing up an essay, fucking doing homework, fucking jerking off, whatever you feel like doing.
Oh, God.
Doing another person.
Like, just put the Old Guard on and just let it run and, like, half-ass pay attention. And you'll enjoy it because it's about a half-assed movie, anyways.
I said it's obviously they did not try very hard.
No.
Like, I don't know. I definitely think not the directors, but the producers, everybody could have, I don't know, spiced up the plot line a little bit better. But
which is unfortunate because it actually had a very, very, very interesting premise once you got past.
I know.
The fucking once I got past it wasn't a military movie. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. And then they're like, oh shit, you're just setting up a universe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they just missed on a bunch of stuff.
Yes. So I would personally say watch it if you got something else to do. That's my recommendation.
I was gonna say, if you can afford to watch X-Men, do that. If you can't, go to 7-Eleven and pick yourself up an Old Guard. That's all I was gonna say.
Dude, this is part of what I was talking about like last week or whatever when I was saying how pissed I was that Netflix will come out and just make a bunch of random stuff and spend money on it instead of actually investing into the stuff that's good and quality.
I was gonna say, like, with that though, with the money that was infused in it, like, I gotta say, I really liked the action scenes. I thought they were pretty cool.
That was the best part by far.
Yeah,
that was
that's
one of the only redeeming factors for this movie for me.
I agree. I think that's what made it like a higher movie for me.
It's a great cheesy action movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like people really like this, dude. Like I went on fucking Rotten Tomatoes, it had like an 81%.
Really?
Yeah, and I went on IMDb, had like a 6.7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's
Damn.
like, people like it, so I mean, fuck it, dude. Who am I to tell you it sucks?
Yeah, I'll say not me.
You're a member of the Binge Boys to tell people it sucks.
This is a good point. Honestly, our opinions are better than everybody else's, so.
I'm not a professional. I just watch anime and wrestling, so my opinion's automatically invalidated. I watch fucking grown man grapple each other in tights. Okay, I don't have a fucking point.
I think that. Yeah, I was gonna say I think UFC will be mentioned later in this podcast, and I'll see why.
Oh boy,
will it?
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay. Well, that has been our spoiler-free review, letting you folks know whether or not you should or shouldn't watch it. Any other points from you guys before we move on to plot breakdown?
Not from me, man. I just, like I said, I enjoyed the I guess not the plot line itself, but just like the premise of it, of like I'm setting up these characters so they can't die. Like it was kind of different, so I liked that about it. And then like the action scenes as well. Before we get into that, like those were some positives for me.
Okay, anything from you, Tristan?
The only other thing, since we kind of brought it up, this was not the first time that I've been introduced to something with like a premise based around like immortal people having been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The other time I was introduced to something like that was in a book series I really enjoyed. Except that book series did it a million times better. So,
I mean, the concept's not new, but it's just a good concept, period.
Right. But I'm just talking about like from what I've experienced and stuff. But the book series is the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that. I just haven't seen it.
It is, or read it. I think it's a super dank series. It's more like adolescent reading per se, but those are the kinds of books I enjoy, so that's why I read it.
All right.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we're going to be marching our way towards a plot breakdown. But as usual, Tristan, you got a word from our host, Anchor?
Oh, I do, actually.
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, let me break down the plot of Old Guard to you as fast as I can. Pew pew, people immortal. Pew pew, they die. Wait, they don't die. Pew pew, you betrayed me. Pew pew, kidnap. Pew pew, gotta go save them. Pew pew, we saved them. The end.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Honestly, that's pretty good.
All right, let me stop playing around. I'll give you guys the real breakdown.
No, I'm serious though. Like, why did I?
Pretty good.
I was gonna say, why did I waste 2 hours if I could have heard that breakdown of it? I think that was better.
Exactly. That's why you come here. All right, in reality, we start off with Charlize Theron doing Charlize Theron shit. They skip the whole plot line. They skip the whole fucking a cliche. They start off with the fucking cliche, the I'm out of the game cliche. I don't want to be in the game anymore cliche. They're like, you gotta come back. One more job, Arthur. We gotta get to Tahiti. And so they tell Charlize Theron, we gotta get to Tahiti, which in this case is Africa. They go there. They go save some people. They get ambushed, jumped, get shot. I didn't know it was a fucking immortal movie at that point. I was like, oh, they're dead. Oh, good shit. It's over. Then they got up and I was like, wait. And I had to read the summary of the movie. And I was like, oh shit, they're immortal.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you guys already knew though that they were immortal,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one note I have about the first 20 minutes, for the most part, is that scene where they're breaking into the compound originally, and homeboy gets the collat on the snipe. That was pretty dope. Just kind of adds to the whole action scenes being the best part of this movie. But that is all.
Yes, he got the Call of Duty quickscope collateral kill with the AX-50. So then we move on from that, the ambush. They kill everyone when they get back up, and then they're like, "We were fucking ambushed." So then they of course they want revenge on the people that ambushed them. They have footage now. They know that the immortals exist. It was pretty fucking quick into the movie where I'm like, "Holy shit, what the fuck, you guys? It's 2 hours. And you guys are going breakneck pace."
They're being hunted.
And then they slammed on the fucking brakes late in the middle of this movie.
Yeah, they did.
So then we get fucking Charlize Theron recruiting Keke Palmer to the squad, who's a Marine.
Keke Palmer. Come on.
She goes to fucking the Middle East to recruit some Marine girl, hoo-ah, to the fucking team.
Well, after she died being an idiot, and then everyone's like, "Oh, she's dead." That's another dead Marine. They were a little bit sad, and then she was not dead.
They were pretty not that sad when she got fucking cut.
No, they were
They're
sad.
like, "Oh my god, the bitch." I'm like, what? You just watch your cut, whatever, bro. Shooter did it better. Shout out Donnie. So yeah, we get that. Keke Palmer comes back. They're like, "You gotta go somewhere. We gotta send you to Germany." And then fucking Charlize Theron pulls up on Keke, and she's like, "Yo, you ain't going to Germany. Come with me." She says no, and she says, "Fuck you then," and knocks her out and steals her. At this point, the movie slammed on the brakes, and then they said, exposition.
Yep.
And they just wanted to explain to you everything. They did again, cliche number 2, right? The classic fucking mentor-mentee, I gotta teach the new rookie by explaining them what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And so, we get that.
Dude, they spent half an hour on that, too.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
They just had a random fight on an airplane for no fucking reason, where Charlize Theron could have whooped her ass in 2 seconds, but instead she fucking takes 4 hours.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool though. Speaking in Russian, play dead. I was like, oh, tricky.
And it was cool until they brought it back, and then it wasn't cool.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like, dude,
do you think he knows Russian?
I was like, all right, dude, why the fuck are you not shooting this bitch in the leg? Why are you not capping that bitch in the forehead? Only one of them has a gun. The fuck?
Yeah, I don't get that either, but, it happens.
And then the other cliche I wrote down was you got classic salty main character who's too old for this shit. You got the angry woman military character, which could be an angry man military character, but in this case, it's just Charlize Theron. Classic, we want the formula to immortality.
Yep.
We don't want to die. We can end famine. We can end cancer and disease. And
everyone will go to Tahiti.
Yeah. So basically, let me give you a rundown of all the fucking flashbacks we get. Charlize Theron has been around forever. Fucking ancient fucking times. Medieval, fucking before that, before that, Egypt times, ancient.
She's Eve.
Yeah,
basically.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought for the longest time that she's Joan of Arc.
That's what they're going for, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because in the book series I read, Joan of Arc is an immortal.
That's what they're going for. Her name's Andromeda of the fucking galaxy or something. I don't know. They just call her Andy.
Yeah.
She's an Andy.
She's an Andy.
But yeah, so she was in China running wild for a while, fighting the Mongolians. So she made a friend. She made 2 friends. They had a little 3 gang of immortals running around. One of them dies. Then they get caught for Salem witch trials. They
Like
fucking
actually dies.
then they take the Chinese girl who's an immortal. They take her and throw her in the fucking ocean because fuck you. That's why. They don't really explain how Charlize Theron got out of that, do they?
Nope, they didn't. They said, "Oh, she escaped."
Yeah,
that's all they said.
They were locked down for like fucking like a year. They said, and then
Yeah.
she just escapes when she feels like it. Why didn't you do that shit a year ago, bitch?
No.
Before your friend got thrown in the fucking ocean.
It's like, oh, my friend's gonna drown forever. Now it's my time to escape.
Yep.
Oh,
She explains what it fucking sucks being immortal, like all immortal movies have done. Wolverine, I'm looking at you. Fucking everything, you know. I just want to die, bro. Come on. Like it's like all right, bro. Me, I don't. Well, and so that happens. Fucking Charlize Theron gets betrayed by one of their own squad. They gotta go. She gets captured. Her juice ran out. She can die now because the black girl Keke Palmer. She can't die now. So
she space jammed her.
Yeah, she sucked her powers up. She said, "Slurp, give me that." Not in a sexual manner. Not in a sexual manner. Not in a sexual manner.
Even so, it's still funny.
So yeah, so then we get that, and then we get the Keke Palmer saves everyone. Literally, that's the entire plot. It took me like 5 minutes to run through the entire plot of that movie.
That was pretty solid.
No, that's exactly okay. We also have a knockoff Isaac Johnson.
We do have a nice. Yeah.
That's the other dude I recognized in this movie that I knew from other stuff was. I'm gonna botch his name so bad. Okay, it's
be careful.
It's like Chiwetel, I think. Ejiofor. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me if I completely botched that.
We got Chiwetel Ejiofor. That plays James Copley. Is his character?
Yeah.
In my opinion, he was dumb fuck number 4 in my book. In my head.
Yeah. Yeah. No reason.
Yeah.
To be there.
Because he set them up at the story. He was like, "Oh, you want to do this for me?" And they're like, "Yeah." And
he's
then
their Nick Fury, basically. He's Nick Fury, dog.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is literally just 7-Eleven every movie.
Isaac Johnson.
No.
He's like, "I'm on your side," and he's like, "but I'm not." And then he goes, "Oh, wait,
so Nick Fury.
I need a team. I need a team to do covert operation missions to make sure the world stays safe. What are we going to be called? The Revengers." Dun 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 dun. Like that's literally what happened at the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm sorry, I skipped the post-credit scene at the end that sets up the next 4 Avengers movies. Sorry, Revengers movies.
Revengers.
So basically, after they save everyone, Charlize Theron is on her last life now. She can die. Fucking, they excommunicate the guy who snitched on them from the.
She got it back, didn't she? I think they mentioned something about she got it back.
Nah, I don't remember that.
If she got it back, fuck this movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why it was stupid because I could have sworn that they said
she didn't want to get shot at the end.
Yeah, there's no way that she got it back because at the end when they kicked out the other dude, he's like, "Oh, this is the last time I'm going to see you, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have some faith," but like they knew they weren't going to see each other again because she's about to die. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. They ran out of budget. They're like, "Damn, we can't hire her back for the next movie."
Oh no, she's gonna be like Professor X in the fucking wheelchair. She is gonna be the one telling like Keke Palmer what to do. She's gonna be like,
"Oh my god,
Keke, you are the new Captain America." She's Falcon. Keke Palmer's fucking Falcon, and she's fucking Chris Evans. You know what I mean? She gave her the shield. She said, "This is yours now."
I would probably remember the plot a little bit better if I didn't fall asleep in the middle.
Dang, that's
I'm not gonna lie to you. I got through an hour of it. I was halfway through. I checked the timestamp. I'm like, all right, hour. I can do it. Within 2 minutes, I was out. Next morning, I was like, dude, I gotta finish this. Like,
I watched the first 30 last night, and then I finished the rest today because I was like, this is not worth my time. So I went to sleep instead. So. Yes, at the end, they formed the Revengers with Chiwetel Ejiofor, Jaleel Okafor from the New Orleans Pelicans.
Some still even play.
Yes, and then So then that happened, and then there's a post-credit scene that's not really a post-credit scene with the guy that excommunicated who finds the Asian girl who was thrown in the ocean. She's like,
Oh no.
Get out. Bum,
she's like,
bum, bum.
I've been waiting to meet you. And I'm like, all right, dude, I can see where this is going already. She's fucking Doctor Doom / Thanos.
Yeah.
She's gonna fucking be like, the humans treated me terribly, so we must kill the humans and be the superior race. It's like literally, like fucking like a fourth grader could write it. So I appreciate the movie for what it's doing. It's just a shitty action movie. It's okay. I think they have potential to make the next one cool. I don't think they will. That's all I got.
I was gonna say, I definitely think the potential's there, like you said. I don't think it's a bad plotline, just kind of like predictable, like you said. I think if they make her a good villain, maybe if that one dude who got kicked out, maybe if he joins her side, which I'm assuming he will. We don't know. I'm assuming it'll be okay. Like if they do everything right with the villain side. But I don't know if it's starring Keke Palmer, like you said, man. I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be the best because she was not an interesting character at all, in my opinion.
Fuck no. So let's take a prediction. How many movies deep into the franchise before Charlize Theron gets killed by the Asian girl?
The next movie.
3.
Yeah, the very end.
The third one.
I'm thinking the very end of the second one, Charlize Theron gets stabbed by her.
Yep.
And she goes, why would you do this? She's like, you left me to die. And then she dies, and Keke Palmer goes, no!
It's just fire comes into her eyes. She starts shooting laser beams.
And then the third movie is Keke Palmer getting revenge on the Asian girl before finding out there's more of us.
Oh no.
It's preparing the fourth movie against the Order of the Immortals.
Oh, God, dude. They're going to milk this franchise bad. I can already see it now.
Netflix, call me. I got you. I could write this.
Dude, I definitely think, like you said, at the end of next movie, I think she'll kill her with, I don't know, knife, whatever it is, laser beam eyes, I don't know. And then
straight karate.
It'll be, why'd you do this? She'll be like, you didn't fulfill your promise of finding me. Because she didn't, because they kept being like, oh, you made a promise. She's like, yeah, but, fuck that.
Think about all the years she had to find her, right?
I know, dude. They
threw her into the fucking ocean of where you were, bro. They didn't throw her very far, right? All you had to do was, once technology got there, get a fucking submarine, go straight down, right? I don't fucking whatever, dude. Not my problem.
No, I agree. I was gonna say, like, she was in a metal box. Like, that metal box is not going to shift around. Like, say she's in, like, a wooden box or something, that's going to, like, float around. She's in a metal box that's going to sink, stick in the sand, and be there for 1,000,000 years.
Exactly.
Like, look at, like, sunken ships, for example. Those don't move underwater.
They don't.
I don't know. Just my opinion. Like, she could have just dove in a submarine, like you said, search around. She just didn't try, let's be honest.
All right, so let's give our honest breakdown review of this movie while we're here, because fuck it, I watched it. I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah. I think that the acting was pretty subpar. Outside of Charlize Theron, she did solid. But she's a good actress, so I expected nothing less. Keke Palmer needs to step her fucking game up, or they wrote her character bad. I can't tell which one it was.
Same. I agree. She was just uninteresting.
Her filmography, she's been in If Beale Street Could Talk, and I've heard that movie's really fucking good.
Okay.
So, yeah, it has like a 95% and 7.1 on IMDb. So I heard that movie's pretty solid. I don't know if she was the main character or just a side character, but she was in it. So I think she can act. I just don't think she can action act, because that was kind of lame from her part.
I agree.
It was nothing special.
That crew, they need some more charisma in that crew, because boy, is it just fucking white guy number 1, white guy number 2, the fucking Arab looking guy, and Charlize Theron and Keke Palmer. Like, that's all I got.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, they're like, oh yeah, we killed each other a couple times, but now we love each other and we're a couple. I was like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I thought they were cool characters, but they gave no backstory, and they're just not personable at all. Like I thought they were like they set them up to be okay. Like I was like, cool, like they got a good squad, but like they didn't do anything.
They tried to make them personable and relatable by making them gay.
I was gonna say that's what Netflix does, though. Like no hate to Netflix, but they're like, oh, we got to make them personable, gay, lesbian, LGBTQ. Like I don't know.
So that's just random. Like not.
It was.
It was just like they're gay, which is fine. I have no issue with that.
No,
but for them to set it up with the "what is he, your boyfriend?" and then, well, yes, actually, and
just
then
starts macking on him.
And then
yeah,
like,
you can be my other boyfriend.
They just let him sit there for like 45 seconds to a minute kissing, and I'm like, why would you do that if you have them prisoner? Like, why would you even let them move?
I don't know, dude.
What's the point? I don't get it. They were just looking at him. They're like in disgust. They're looking at him like, oh, how dare you?
and then they open up the van and they're all dead, and you're like, what? Like what?
I don't know. I just thought the entire plot line was just kind of boring, man. Like they just like I thought they had such a good idea, and they're just like, oh, they got captured and we're freeing them. Like it doesn't advance where they were before the movie at all.
I feel like personally, right? They were too worried about the sequels, not worried enough about getting us invested in the characters.
Yeah.
Because the only character you come away liking is Andy. Like that's the only character you're like, okay, I see that she's been through some shit. She's an interesting character because she's been through shit. But why do I care about her successor, Keke Palmer? Why do I care about the rest of her crew? Right? Instead, you got the fucking Asian girl versus her set up like it's Batman versus Superman. And I don't give a fuck about anyone else here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yes, the fighting was fantastic, I thought. It was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't hold a candle to Daredevil, but it's good still. Like,
I mean, action-wise or?
Action-wise, Daredevil's the best action thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm excited.
Besides, like, IP Man, The Raid, Japanese or Korean films, because those shits are off the Chinese and Korean films, I'm sorry, not Japanese. Those shits are off the chain on action, dude. I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Raid. Bro, The Raid is fucking nuts, dude. Like, look up clips of the fight scenes in that movie. It's fucking awesome.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
So they did really good. They hired some good choreographers from what I can tell. You know, Charlize Theron did great in her fight scenes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. 100%.
Keke Palmer, they just kind of made her lame with, like, just being a Marine. Like, she can, like, do a little bit of gun kata and then fucking shoot you. She got the John Wick dudes for this. The John Wick dudes are beasts. Like, they do really good with the action shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fuck, dude. Those dudes must cost a fortune.
Yeah, facts, dude. I was going to say, I had a question since we're done with, like, recapping the movie. So, why didn't they just cut off their heads? Like, would the body grow a head, or would the head grow the body, or would they just die?
See, Eli, these are questions you can't ask because these have been done before. They're saving that for the fourth movie.
Okay? Yeah, that Eli, your question brings me to there was an old show called Highlander, and then there was a movie about it where it is based on immortals, and the only way that these immortals could die was for another immortal, and it had to be to cut their head off, and then that immortal would gain all the power from the one immortal. So it's basically like that individual dodgeball game where you have to get everyone out, and then like when the person who got you're back in, except when the person who got you out is out, you're not back in.
Well, I'm excited for the old guard to find out these questions. Then number 4.
It's also been done in other movies, like it's been done in everything with the mortal people. They cut the head off. They did that in
Supernatural.
I was literally gonna say they did that shit in Supernatural where they cut a dude's head off and then put it in a box and then buried the box.
Yeah, the Leviathans.
Yeah.
Sorry to nerd out, but
And then they've done that in other movies that I just can't remember off the top right now. Because there's a lot of shows that have the immortal concept, like people who regenerate. I know a bunch of animes do that shit where like if they're too close, they'll just fuse together again. So you gotta move them. Like, they'll chop the parts up and move them across the fucking globe so they can't fuse together. That was one I specifically remember that did that. I just can't remember what it's fucking called. So, like, that's normal. So I think they're saving, like I said, I think they're saving that for, like, the fourth movie. When, like, fucking Keke Palmer fucking watches the Asian girl behead Charlize Theron.
Can't wait till we're
Charlize Theron, who's revived by sacrificing the guy who set them up in the first movie, by sacrificing him and giving her immortal powers back because he's like, I must repay for what I've done by getting her killed and almost sacrificing you guys. I just want to die anyways. Here, take my powers. And she's like, can we do that? He's like, I don't know. They didn't work. So there you go. I wrote the plot for the fourth movie. There you go. Congrats.
God. I'm gonna, dude, Netflix is gonna milk this more than they milked 13 Reasons Why.
True. Honestly, I if they make a second one, I'll be so shocked, because has any Netflix movie gotten a sequel yet?
I don't think so.
That's
The Kissing Booth.
I've heard that's dog. I've heard that's dog shit.
Oh my god.
To All the Boys I've Loved Before, or whatever it was, that got a sequel.
So Netflix is on crack, as you can tell.
So
they're going for the 13-year-old girl demographic.
Mm-hmm.
We understand why I'm so mad that they canceled Sense8 due to budgeting. Oh,
I'm just telling you now, the Kissing Book, $25 and a pack of cigs to make. So, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't take much. You just pay the girl, pay the dude, tell them to go make out, tell the dude to look hot. Like, they don't have writers. Like, they don't.
Have you seen that movie?
Who, me?
Yes.
I've seen people riff on it. I haven't watched it. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, okay. Like, all you gotta do, there's no writers, dude. All you do is, like, okay, let me tell you, I actually know the plot. Let me tell you the plot, right? Of the first movie.
Oh no.
Because I watched these dudes shit on the fucking movie. The plot is, she's trying to go out with this really hot guy, and her best friend likes her a lot, right? Who's a dude. But then the dude keeps trying to get with her, but she keeps trying to go with the hot guy, right? Well, then the hot guy, she ends up finding a girl for him to fucking fuck off, so he'll leave her alone. And then she goes with that hot dude. They kiss. It's the end of the movie.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The second one picks up after that, and there's a third guy now. So yeah, there you go. Fucking congratulations.
That's terrible.
You've heard the Kissing Booth. All the boys ever loved. Girl writes letters to guys. Guess what? They got the same hot dude from Kissing Booth. Put him in this movie.
Because it's Noah Centineo.
There's a couple of them fuckers that all look the same. Like they dude, like, I think fucking cloned these guys. I swear. There'd be like four of them.
They come out of a factory.
A thicker Pete Davidson. Like,
that's disrespectful to Pete Davidson. He's fucked some of the hottest chicks in Hollywood. You can't do that, bro.
I'm telling you, these dudes come out of a factory.
That's what I said. I'm going to be honest with you.
Bro, you can't fuck.
Centineo is a thicker version of Pete Davidson.
Okay, you said thicker. You didn't say hotter though, because like.
No, I didn't say hotter. I said
Davidson
thicker.
Fucked Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale. Fucking his bag list is off the charts. Like, I don't know what it is about him that chicks like. I think it's the I'm in touch with my feelings thing.
Because he looks so tired all the time.
No, it's because he's in touch with his feelings. He's in touch with his mental health. But like Margaret Qualley, who I love, that fucker was with her. Fucking everyone, bro. It's crazy. How dare he?
How dare he use his powers?
How dare he be in touch with his mental health and actually get chicks? I do that shit. I'm called I need to go to therapy.
Feel that?
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the old guard. So yeah. Fuck. I don't remember what we were talking about. The movie's dog shit.
Yeah, we've kind of run out of things, man. I mean,
No, we were talking about how they're gonna milk it and how Netflix it's gonna get a sequel on Netflix. Whereas only the bad movies on Netflix get sequels. Actually, most movies on Netflix are bad. So
most.
I'm looking at you, Bird Box.
Ooh.
It's gonna be Bird Bag next time.
Fucking
They're gonna make a
burnt
sequel
shit.
to that.
It's more like, you know, like, get to, all right,
God damn
so
it.
I'll still watch the second one though to see if it's any better.
Same. Well, we have to when I put it on the list for our binge boys episode.
Fuck you.
We'll be right back here to talk about the older guard.
The oldest guard.
Oh no!
That's number 3.
The oldest protector.
The old guard 3, older than dirt.
The old guard 4, Pepper Ridge Farms remembers.
Oh man, dude. I'm sorry if you came here for a review of this shit. I'm sorry.
The old guard 5, we ran out of the sands of time.
Yeah, dude.
The old guard 6, we're in space now. Can you kill an immortal in space?
Dude, they're gonna have freaking Boris from Men in Black 3.
Oh
No,
my
not.
God.
I'm the animal.
I can't wait for the old guard 10 when Charlize Theron's daughter appears. She's like, oh my god. She's like, I've been here the whole time. Or the old guard 11 where Charlize Theron fights evil Charlize Theron.
Oh my god. Like the Spider-Man Venom thing.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, sorry
Dude.
guys.
Netflix should hire you, man. Netflix needs to hire you.
I got ideas up the ass.
You're already at the 11th old guard. They only thought one ahead.
True. Like, you just gotta plant the seeds. 2 hours, you can get 20 hours worth of content out of 2 hours.
I cannot. I hope they don't make the next one 2 hours and then make it like
Oh,
that.
it's gonna be 3 hours. How else are they gonna fit in more backstories to set up the third movie?
The old movie. It's 3 hours long.
Dude, half of it's gonna be the adventures of fucking Andy and Asian girl in fucking Mongolia, and then the other half is gonna be present day, and it's gonna be 3 hours long. Congrats.
Oh, dude.
So,
It's gonna be like the Lord of the Rings, except not.
Except
That's
not
good.
amazing.
Not amazing.
just wait till they release the extended edition where it's 4 hours.
Director's cut.
It's like, what the fuck did you cut, dude? There's already so much. You already put all those shitty scenes in. What was cut, man? So yeah. I mean, fuck, dude. I don't got anything else. You guys got something?
I got one thing. I don't know if they've made a book on it, but I'm sure if they did, it'd be on Audible. We are actually sponsored by Audible, so check that out. Click the link. That's all they get.
Yeah, link in the description. That's all you get to email us back. So next week we'll be back with The Boys season 1.
Oh, yes.
8 episodes. We'll be back with What You Watching.
Sir, we got plenty of content for that.
Yes, we do. And then, let's see. After
In
that,
2 weeks' time, we got Spencer Confidential.
yes, we do.
Yes.
Another Netflix original movie starring Marky Mark Wahlberg and Post Malone.
Fuck,
Man.
dude.
Somebody's got to drop some recommendations, because when I look for movies for this, I always look on Netflix, and I know that's the place I should not go. So please find something on Hulu for us to watch.
Oh, I'm going to look on Prime Video, don't worry. Prime's got some good stuff.
I don't want
If
to watch
only.
this shit anymore. Yes, and then in 3 weeks' time, we'll be watching Daredevil season 1. So our schedule is very
Yes,
well
sir.
mapped out for the next little while.
Not that you guys care, but you know.
They care. Come on, they made it to 45 minutes of this bullshit.
True. You're right.
We
So
appreciate it all, though.
we're giving you guys time to watch everything we're gonna watch, because The Boys, turns out they fucked us. We can't watch it till like a month and a half from now because they're staggering
Yep.
the release because they're bitches. So
Pretty much.
thanks. Yeah. So to come watch next week. I predict this one's gonna be like a 45-minute. It's about a 45-minute. We love
Yeah.
y'all. Appreciate it. Tell your friends about us. Tell your family about us. give your dog an iPhone and let him play our shit on 24/7 repeat.
Tell your girlfriends about Tristan because he's still single.
Not ready to mingle though. He's just single.
No, that's not true at all. Hey, man, don't throw me farther under the bus.
You under a semi.
You gotta play hard to get, bro. Come on, think about it.
If I were good at that, I think things would be a lot different right
All
now.
right, so the Binge Boys is wrapping up today. We'd like to thank you guys for appearing and listening to this bullshit. Old guard, it could have been better guard. So
Pardon more of this, please.
If they were guarding my heart would be broken.
So, like I said, if you guys want to catch us next week, we should actually be reviewing something pretty good. It'll be longer than 45 minutes, and we won't be riffing on the show the whole time and talking about the 27 sequels it'll have. We'd like to thank our audience for appearing. Any final words from you, gentlemen?
Final thoughts for me. Netflix hired Tristan for Kissing Booth 3 as the hot guy. That's all I got.
All right. Tristan, you got anything for us?
Netflix, quit spending money on things that are absolute garbage when your good stuff can always use more. Thank you.
That's actually pretty solid. So, with that...
And mine wasn't? I'm just kidding.
Alright, with that being said, we'd like to wrap today up and let you guys know that we are still the Binge Boys. We are still swag. You can find us on Twitter at BINGBOIS, and you can find us on Instagram at DABINGBOIS.
There's also an E after the G, but it's all good.
What? I can't spell?
We are the Bing Boys.
The Bing Boys.
The Bing, sponsored by Bing.
Hit us with the sponsor, Bing, if you're still alive.
Dude, just fucking, bro. We've had such a fucking ridiculous episode at this point. We'd like to thank our fans, and we'd like to let you know that my name is Enrique.
I'm Eli.
I'm Tristan.
And remember, the old guard 5. You wish you were older. Goodbye.